There's no better way to learn a language than practicing it. Arguably, the hardest part is speaking, whether that be to natives, your friends, tutor, or language exchange partner, it doesn't matter. In the beginning, I didn't do a lot of writing, and today, with my schedule, I find it hard to do more than listen to podcasts while I'm working out, or just to hop into bed to read a chapter or two of my latest German novel. But to sit down and really put to the test what I've learned over the past 1 year, through this listening and reading, I've not done yet, until this video that you're about to watch right now.
I've picked Klimawandel und die richtige Schulträge. And I feel like it's a pretty good title and topic for a writing prompt to practice my German, especially at like the B1, B2 level. Before I dive right into the essay, I'm going to plan it a little bit, just to have some structure going forward. This is such a dense topic. I didn't expect it. Apparently I'm a climate activist, according to the plan I've laid out. I picked this in particular because it's something that I'm interested in, and if I have to talk about something really boring in my first essay, then this series isn't going to go very far.
And here's the cliche time lapse of me writing the essay. It went really well, to be honest, and you'll see it in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so it's the next day, it's the evening of the next day, and I had a very busy day. But some good news, it got corrected. This very nice lady named Paula, I don't know how she pronounces it, says, sehr gut geschriebener Text zu einem sehr wichtigen Thema. So that made my day. So there's about 30 or so corrections. Not too bad for the very first one. And I've already gone through it, but I'm going to go through it again with you guys, just to show you guys how I'm using the writing to dictate what I'm going to be studying and focusing on my grammar studies, or in my grammar studies. Oh my god. Maybe I need to do English again. Anyway, but yeah, in essence, what I'm using these texts for is, of course, to get my brain working, get me thinking in German, get me writing in German, but also to highlight the areas that I need to improve on, because I've not done grammar study before in German. This is all just through reading on Link. I'll look in the description if you want to figure out what that's all about. I've just published a review on this app. Used it for ages, plan to use it for ages, but I've not done any German study, grammar study, or taken any lessons. If you follow my channel, you already knew this, so this is to show me where I need to improve on and to fill in the gaps. Yeah, so I haven't really been learning languages long, but the way that I want to, and the way I have been doing, is basically trying to learn it like I would if I was a child. At the very beginning, just try to read. Well, obviously they can't read, but I'm going to read because I'm an adult and I can. I'm going to read as much as I can, listen to as much as I can, just try to soak in as much as I can. And then obviously as you grow up as a child, you go to school and learn the grammar and learn how to write and everything. And that's the stage that I'm in right now. Yeah, I think I'm a bit close. No. Anyway. Okay, I'm going to put it up on the screen now, so we're both looking at the same thing. It's going to be transparent a little bit so you can see me as well. I think it works a little better, it feels a little bit more personal. So as you can see, all of the blue here is what was corrected by this wonderful person called Paula. What she told me is basically, or what I found out is that I'm kind of a little bit bad at the agreements, and sometimes I forget to put in the accusative or dative, but we'll get there. I was really happy that she corrected this sentence. I was super unsure about it. It was meant to be, I met with 3 of my friends in one of their houses. And I said, habe ich mit 3 von meinen Freundinnen getroffen in einem ihres Hauses. Which, when I was writing it, felt really wrong, but I just went with it. And what she said was, I should have written, habe ich mit 3 Freundinnen bei einer von ihnen zu Hause getroffen. I would not have come up with this alone. So I'm going to look into this. I think I'll show you the grammar book that I have, and it must be somewhere in there. I just don't really know what to call this. I know this is in the dative instead of the genitive. So maybe I just need to work more with, maybe I'll read the dative chapter and maybe it'll show me why this is the correct case. Or someone could comment it down in the comments. Would be nice too. So what I've noticed myself is that when you say etwas and then an adjective, you put an S at the end of it. Etwas heißes, etwas kaltes, something like that anyway. And that's what I did here, but I forgot about this mit. And this mit makes it dative. So it should have been mit leichtem. And then again here, zu einem, einem I put there, so I knew it was dative. But then, because Thema is das Thema, I put an S here, for zufälliges, but it should have been zufälligen, and she says wegen dative. And she does this a lot. You can see it again here, mit in der Kunststoffmüll, it should be in den, wegen da, accusative. I'll also link my, oh, by the way, if you don't know what this is, I don't know if I've said it before in this video or not. If I have, I guess you won't see this clip. Anyway, it's called journally.com, and it's, as you probably would assume, it's where you can post journal entries or little stories or anything you want to write about, and then native speakers or advanced speakers of that language can then correct you. Usually I try and like exchange, so if I post one in German or whatever language, I'll correct one in English or whatever language. But I will link mine in the description so you can look at my own posts, exposing myself a little bit here, more so than making a YouTube video about it. You can look at this post yourself and then you can learn from it also, because all of these corrections will be for you to see. Oh, will they? I think so. I think they'll be here for you as well. I'll check, but I think so. And then, oh, also, there was this wird, so fast alles einfach in den Kunststoffmüll weggeworfen wird, rather than ist. I also plan to look at the passive voice in German, so I'm going to be looking at the dative and passive voice, those two chapters in my grammar book, and I'll meet you again in the next video. Okay, next, again, it's der ganzen Welt. Trotzdem is fine, it's just a little bit colloquial. Again, wrong determine or wrong, what do you call the dirty does? Wrong article. Again, this is klimaneutrale, because it's Reise. And then I put the wrong thing here, it's ausgibt. Again, this is just agreement as well, wegen dative. Oh, and this one was a good one. So I said, my sentence was, I'm of the opinion that it shouldn't be up to the customers to pay more money in order to, well, like, save our future. And you'll understand if you read it, but it's about like climate change and stuff. She even put in a description as to why she said that. She's like, beim Kunden hängen bleiben sollte, mehr Geld zu bezahlen. And then in brackets, what are brackets called in German? Anyway, wenn etwas an jemandem hängen bleibt, dann muss oder sie etwas erledigen, weil es kein anderer macht.
I actually really enjoyed that. It was a good showcase of what I was able for after a year of German, but also what I need to focus on more. What I want to show you now is how I'm going to be doing this. Of course, I'm going to be reading as much as I can, and I'm going to focus more on the endings of certain things, like the agreements for the cases. But first, I want to show you how ambitious I was at the start of this German journey. Look at this book that I got. This is the Hammer's German Grammar and Usage Guide. And I got this before I think I could even say goodbye in German. Don't do this. Don't wait till it's appropriate. I'd say it's appropriate now for me to have this, but not beforehand. This was very intimidating. Still is intimidating. But yeah, so basically I'm going to be using this. There's no exercises in it. It's literally just a grammar book. I'll show you what's inside. Something like this. I might make notes, probably not. I might just read it and then try and put it into practice, or try to see what I learned in the material that I'm reading. So yeah, dative and passive. They're the two goals for the next video. And now for probably the most important part, if you have any good suggestions about topics to write about, if you've taken any exam in German or have experience writing essays about certain topics, this one is about climate change. If you have any suggestions, please leave them in the comments and I will probably write about it at some point. Danke fürs Zuschauen und bis zum nächsten Mal. Tschüss.